Researchers and psychologists say that in order to beat one negative thought, you need to throw away three positive thoughts. Now, how I view this is the negative thought is like a punch. They throw a punch at you. And what you need to do is throw away the combination of the like one, two, three. You know what I'm saying? And I think that this is a good viewpoint of it because this is like a competition. You know, you will not win by being equal. If you throw back one punch, you're gonna be like, equal. You need to throw at least two. But if the research is said three, then throw three. Now, life is a fight, and it's not a physical fight, more it's a spiritual and mental battle with yourself. But it's not actually with yourself, though. You will hear a lot of times online like, you're your worst enemy. But let me tell you something. The problem is when people get depressed or depression and anxiety, they usually identify themselves as I am depressed or I am anxious, I am angry, whatever it is currently. Now, this is not the identity of yours. This is actually an entity that is entering your mind. And this is the main cause of the fights in the marriages and the relationships or everything, the outbursts, right? The anxieties, the depressions. And as I said, the way to beat them is almost like, in a church when they are getting the demons out of a person, they are like, yelling at the person and they're kind of persecuting the person's demons. So these are kind of the demons. So it's important to note here, where am I going with this, is that this is not your identity. This is not you. Who are you actually is a thoughtless, and we should be like animals with no thoughts, just actions. This is how a true human would actually work. No thoughts, no emotions involved, only raw action. Just like when you're washing your teeth. You're doing what you should be doing, your purpose. You just go and wash your. You're not thinking, oh man, okay, maybe some of you are like sometimes lazy to wash your teeth. But what I must say, it is kind of an automatic action that we need to become this person that knows their purpose and is doing it almost like instantly, without thinking. So this is the best way to do anything in life without thinking, because if you start thinking and thinking and thinking, putting emotion behind it, putting thoughts behind it, usually those are negative ones, it's becoming harder and harder and you're burning yourself out. Even if you end up doing the thing while like battling your mind, which is gonna happen for a long time until you get rid of those entities, as I said, then it's going to be harder because you're having this battle that you can go without. But as I said, there's a time when you are going to become free from this. Even so, these thoughts will still come, and emotions that you don't want to. You sometimes don't want to go to gym. You sometimes don't want to do this, something that you need to do. You're too lazy to do this. You're tired maybe, and these thoughts come, and then you have to but they're gonna become weaker because you are changing your identity, right? Which is actually as I said, your identity is actually, you're not even changing it. You're literally just embracing your original identity that was always there. So you're just vanishing these demons or these entities that who were were being intruders in your mind. So if you're gonna take anything from these videos, it's important to know that you are not the entities. You're supposed not to identify yourself as. So for starters, you will often hear move your body. Yeah, sure. That is for sure good thing. But even then, you have to first battle the mind. And as I said, ratio from 3 to 1. You have to beat the mind with the combination of 3 punches, right? So it's almost like, you have to become first self-aware. So become self-aware of your thoughts, because these thoughts are so sneaky. They're sneaking out. They're sneaking up like freaking spies, and they're just like, whispering to you something, and you just accept it. You say, oh yeah, I'm lazy. Oh yeah, I'm too tired, and you just suddenly you're identifying yourself, especially because you're saying I am. You should say rather I feel like I'm this. I feel, because feeling comes and goes, right? But if you're saying I am, this is a sign that you will know this is an entity saying this instead of you. Is when you are saying I am something, and then negative, something that you are, I don't know, I'm scared, I'm anxious, I'm depressed, and you're identifying. It's alright to say I feel scared, oof, I feel anxious, but if you say I am, this is not you. This is not you. This is an entity. And once you bring awareness to this, I'm telling you, your life will change. But as I said, it's not going to be a walk in the park. It's going to be for whole life, even, that you have to still, these entities just, they will not maybe stick to you as they did before, but they will try to get to you with thoughts or two, but they are not going to attack the person who is leading their life with health and care and purpose. They will, of course, but they know that you are very strong for them, so they will rather attack this person who is already weak, right? They usually attack the weak when you're the weakest. So this is also important to note.